Hey everybody, Pastor Vern here with another daily update. Where are we at here? We're at June 12th, 2020. One day closer to being together again. Once again, the requests are starting to come in a little bit on some of the words that we use in the scriptures and what do they mean, what's their context, and so on. And so I'm going to continue on a little bit that. I've got two or three more to do that have been requested. And I might have missed a couple. If you've requested something and you really want to have that as part of this series, please let me know and I will try to do that. Also, watch your mail. We're next week for some information about how the church is progressing. We're hoping to get a mailing out on probably on Monday, so 2 or 3 days it should get to you. Kind of keep an eye out for that. Also, today's word is frankincense, or what the heck is frankincense? And you know that's a fair question. We reference it mostly at Christmas time because we know it's one of the gifts that was given to the Christ child from those who had traveled to see him. Those that we traditionally call well, we have called them wise men, kings, whatever you want to use. That had come to worship him. They had brought some gifts. Frankincense was one of them. Now, frankincense is a resin made from the sap of the boswellia tree. Okay, and that grows in certain areas of Arabia, Ethiopia, India, in those places. I believe it's kind of a desert plant, and it actually isn't native to Judea. It was brought to Judea by a camel caravan after the Queen Sheba had made a trade visit during the time of Solomon and had found that as something that she found desirable for to be imported. And it could be used for secular purposes such as perfume and so on, but in the religious context, we basically see it as a part of ritual worship. That it was the only incense that was to be burned at the altar. We know that some of our brothers and sisters in different traditions use frankincense to this day as part of their worship scenarios. And it was also kind of used as a commodity because of its value, not that easy to come by. But it was used in those ritual things, but it was not used, as I understand it, as an offering. Let's see, how does this go? It could not be used as a sin offering. It could only be used for an offering and gifts of joyous occasions. So we also know that has connotation that those from the priestly realm for Jesus, the frankincense had to do with the priests. Often were the only ones that had access to it, and it gives us a little bit of an idea of the priestly nature of Christ. So that's kind of a little bit about frankincense. It's I guess it's one of those things that oftentimes we just go, well, it's part of the story. We don't really think about it too much, but somebody wanted to know a little bit of the background of it, so that's what I come up with. If you have certain things that you want to know more about, if you want to make suggestions, please do so. I'll try to get to some of those as we continue along with our daily visits. It appears that we're in a lot nicer stretch of weather than we have been for a while. So let's continue to be thankful for the moisture, but also for the sunshine and for the brightness and the warmth that is bringing forth the vegetation from the earth in such a dramatic fashion with the color and the vibrance of it. It's kind of, as an old farmer, it's kind of exciting to see until I have to get the lawnmower out. And that's another context, okay? But that's all right because that's all part of it. All right, very good. Why don't, I'd ask you to continue to take care of yourselves, watch out for others the best you can, stay safe. make good judgments about your own scenario. Some of us have a higher risk tolerance than others when it comes to the COVID. Keep the current situation of our race relations, of our need to look at those things about who we are in the context of our brothers and sisters of this world. Kind of keep that in your prayers, and remember that we cannot be all painted with the same broad brush, regardless of what category people want to put us through, because it's what our hearts tell us. It's what our hearts are made of that's important. And if we're made of love, if we have Christ in our hearts, really the rest of this stuff would solve itself. It would. So make sure Christ is there. Help us solve these issues in our society. All right. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.